A very good morning, everyone. And today I'm going to share a few basic mistakes that you do as a mid-career professional. And let me tell you, these are very stupid. Why I say stupid is this can be corrected very easily. But unknowingly, unconsciously, you are making these mistakes. In fact, these can be corrected very easily by simple steps and just by becoming aware of your actions. So before I get into this, let me check how my YouTube is working, whether I'm live already or not. If anybody can write in the comments whether you can see me in the YouTube, that would be better. Yeah, I think it's perfect now. So let's begin. A mid-career professional. But what happens even though you are a mid-career, even though you are deep into your mid-career, you are still following the basic behavior that you had as a student and as a fresher. And I want you to correct this behavior. Give me one more moment to just begin the recording. Awesome. Now I'm completely set. And on the YouTube, I'm sure I'm visible. You can hear me loud and clear. I always talk about the programming that has been done to all of us since we were kids, since we were small child. Sorry, it rained here today. Yesterday night it was raining here in my city, and hence I am feeling a bit low today. But yes, I am on track with my routine. The first thing that we do is, and we have been programmed to do, is comparison. You are not focusing on yourself, you are focusing on others. You are focusing on what others are doing. And this comparison leads to a lot of disturbance in your mind. It leads to jealousy. If your friend is growing faster than you, you know what? Even if he or she is not your friend, but he or she gets a promotion, you don't feel good. I don't want you to tell this to me, but let me tell you, at the back of the mind, there is something which is always bothering you. And because of this, you start judging yourself. You start judging your behavior. You start judging your performance. You start questioning yourself. And this leads to a huge distraction you might not realize. But sit today and think, how much time are you thinking about others? And how much time are you focusing on yourself? You know what? This sometimes happens with me as well. In my business, I keep comparing myself with people who are ahead of me. Sometimes I try to copy them. But then I realize it's different. They are different. I am different. I'm unique. I have my own style. And so do you. You have your own journey. Stop comparing yourself with anybody else. The second, comparison leads to competition, and the vice versa. Comparison leads to competition. And the biggest problem with competition is you set benchmarks with respect to someone else. You do not set your own benchmarks. You forget your strengths. You focus on someone else's strengths. And you follow their journey. The targets are same. And this is the biggest risk that you are carrying. And when you get into the mode of competition, you stop focusing on your journey. You forget your strengths. That is what I said in the past. Competition also kills. Competition is also a huge distraction. Just try to understand you have got one life. And in this also, if you are copying someone else, you are taking a very big risk. But all of us are programmed to compare and compete. If from today onwards, if you start thinking only about yourself, about your own journey, believe me, a lot of things would change. The first would be you will feel you will feel calm, you will feel a lot of peace, you will feel a lot of energy, and you will have time to think for yourself, which you don't have now, which you don't have today. Are you with me? The next point, which is most common with all of us, procrastination. Procrastination is definitely stopping your progress, and I don't need to explain this. But start creating sense of urgency for the things which are very important for you. The things which are going to impact immediately. Because we usually make a schedule, but we do the things which are difficult, we do them first, or we do the things which are easy, we follow the easy route, and that is what we do. We do the easy things which are just tick, which are tasks. And in this, we forget the important things. Why? Because we do not prioritize. We have, in fact, I'm sorry, excuse me. We have, in fact, we don't have the priorities for today. Let me ask you a question. What are your top 3 priorities today? What is it that you are going to do which will take you closer to your goals? Believe me, if you do not have that list of top 3 priorities, you are simply running to complete the day. The race, my friends, the race. The race is on. And you are so busy in the race that you don't know what is good for you and what is not good for you. At the end of the day, you will have nothing to which you would have accomplished. Just the routine tasks. As soon as this video ends, I want you to write your top 3 priorities for today. Not only write, but start with these priorities for the day and do this every day. Your habit of procrastination will gradually reduce. You will be able to overcome it. Procrastination is a killer. Stop procrastinating. The 4th habit or the 4th behavior, trap of gratification, trap of instant gratification. The way you snooze your alarm. To sleep for 15 minutes more, you skip the exercise. People who are smoking, it is a good feeling for 10 minutes, but you are damaging your body. And similarly, it is procrastination. You delay things for some time, you feel good, but then you are missing the long-term consequences. And I'll tell you why you come into the trap of instant gratification is you are setting your goals too low. Because you set your goals too low, you get to achieve them easily. And as soon as you achieve them, you are happy. You sit back and relax. And this is the point where you are wasting time. You are losing opportunities. Stop setting low goals. When I say this, if you remember my session yesterday, be realistic. Set your goals not too big, because then it is also a problem. So be realistic in setting your goals, but keep the goals which are challenging. Do not keep goals which are easily achievable. So avoid the trap of instant gratification. The 5th one, ask for help. Usually in the mid-career, the phase of life we are in, you always think, I know everything. How shall I ask for help? Who shall I ask for help? What if he or she says no? How would they feel about me? But this behavior of not asking for help and feeling self-sufficient is depriving you of a lot of opportunities and your own potential. So talk to your friends, talk to your network, ask for help when needed. Unless you ask, people will not know that you are in a problem. And similar case is with having a mentor. I'll be releasing a video very soon where I have explained why you don't need a mentor. If you can do everything by yourself, you don't need a mentor. If you can be completely disciplined, you don't need a mentor. If you can set your goals yourselves, you don't need a mentor. The bottom line is invest 1 hour every day for yourself. I'm sure you will not need a mentor. In very short, I explain what I'm going to share in my video, but in my video, I'll share all the details. The bottom line is ask for help. There are many people who are smarter than you. Don't be a person like I know everything person. Correct? The sixth, you have never failed. And you are happy for it. And you don't want to fail. What does this mean? You are not doing anything new. You are not taking any chances. You are not taking any calculated risks. You are just doing what others are doing. If you keep doing the same things, how can you get a different result? Ask yourself. If you wake up every day, go to the office with a tiffin box, with a lunch box, or maybe you are from home, work for 8 to 9 hours, come back frustrated, sit in front of the television or pick your mobile phones, start swiping your mobile phone, go to bed, to wake up early the next morning, just to go to the office. This is your routine. And for this, you are getting your salary and the average increment. Don't expect anything different if this is your routine. If you want something more, do something different. If you want something more, do something more. I'm reading a book called Sell Like Crazy. A very beautiful paragraph in the book. I'll share quickly. The only thing which differentiates you and very highly talented people, very highly intelligent people, is the hard work. Irrespective of what is their talent, irrespective of what is their intelligence, irrespective of how much is their experience, the one who puts in hard work stays ahead. There is no option to hard work. And when I say hard work, it has to be focused. It has to be a combination of hard and smart. So don't be like a donkey working hard and expecting results. Put your mind in it. But yes, take a lot of actions. Where we are, the 7th point. Competition and comparison leads you to one more behavior. Do not sharing, of behavior of not sharing. You keep all the secrets with you. You have knowledge, you keep it with you. You have got some data, you keep it with you. Why shall I share? And I'll share my own experience. While I was working in the role of strategy as a head of strategy, I had all the data of my organization. Because in the role of strategy, you should have the confidential data and all other inputs from everybody. Only then you can make the right strategy for the division. So I had all the data inflow coming to me. And from that, I was making my beautiful presentations. But when anybody used to ask me for some presentation wherein there was no confidential data, for them to use, let's say for a customer presentation or for their any other meeting, I never used to share. I used to avoid, I used to ignore. Then if they kept pushing me, I used to convert the presentation into a PDF. It is my presentation. I have made it. Why would I allow anybody to simply copy it, write their name in it? You know what? I started developing enemies. The environment around me was not friendly. I started reflecting on my journey. Why I'm feeling so stressed? Why are people not talking good to me? Why are they looking at me as an authority and not a friend? When I started reflecting on my behavior, I realized this is the problem. And then I asked myself, what if I share everything? It is just information. It is available on Google. If not today, they would get it after a few days. From that day onwards, I started sharing all the things. Sometimes, even if they did not ask, if I felt this is important, they might get help with this. I used to share with all the colleagues, with the superiors, with the juniors, everybody. You know what? A few of them were afraid. Oh, how come? What is he doing? How come he has changed so much? There are some intentions. And a few of them were happy with this because I helped them reduce their work. But just by sharing what I did, what I have invested time in, did I get a return immediately? Not immediately. But after a few months, the environment around me started changing. And that was the best gift that I got. It increased my efficiency of working. And I also started getting data without any resistance. This reduced my workload. Just look at the benefits of sharing. Long-term benefits, permanent benefits, the image that you create of yourself. Start sharing, my friends. Stop keeping secrets. There are no secrets in the world. It is all about Google, Alexa, artificial intelligence. It is information is not power. Knowledge is not power. If you are still thinking you can move ahead because you have a lot of knowledge, forget it. You need to be more creative and you need to be more acceptable and you need to have a strong network of people. People is power, not knowledge. Start building relationships. The 8th point, you don't welcome feedback. You take feedback as somebody finding faults. You take feedback as somebody complaining. You take feedback as you feel inferior to someone. Don't do that. Please pardon me with my health today. But yes, start asking for feedback. If you have people whom you believe, whom you trust, believe me, sit with them or book some specific time every month with them, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and take a feedback about how are you behaving, how are you performing. And this can be done in a closed room. But take feedback from the people who you think can help you in your journey. Take conscious feedbacks and be proactive in taking feedback. A feedback of 15 minutes will give you at least 1 or 2 points, which you would also realize that you need to improve, but you were not focusing. It was a blind spot. So be open to feedback. It is extremely important in your journey to grow faster. The 9th one is how to say no. You can't say no to people. You know, why can't you say no to people? Because you don't have your own priorities. Your calendar is empty. You have not written your schedule. You have no reason to say no. If someone asks you for help, you fit in. You change your schedules. What will you change? You don't have a schedule. People say, Purav, how can I say no? There are ways to say no. You don't say no, but you share the reality. You say, I have my tasks aligned. If you have some time, can I do this tomorrow? Can I do this after a week if it is not urgent? but at least show them that you are busy, and you actually are. You never say no directly, always. Yes, at times you have to say no depending on who is asking. You can say no to your boss also. And you have to justify why you are saying no to something. You have to say that this is not the priority. What I am doing is the priority because we have this management meeting coming up. I need to first work on this. But you should be aware of your priorities. If you are not setting your priorities, someone else is setting your priorities. Please try to understand this. If you are not setting your schedule, somebody else is setting your schedule. And the last, you want to be liked by everyone. You never argue. You agree to all the points that are happening in meetings. You are a yes man. On your face, people would feel good. They will be happy with you. But you know what? In your absence, they might not talk good of you. If you are a yes man, you are not existing. And why you are a yes man? Because you want everybody to like you. You are happy with the instant gratification on the face. And believe me, I was like this. I wanted everybody to like me because I was afraid. It was very hard for me to change myself. It was a very long journey, but it was important because I have my own ideas, I have my own belief system, I have my own principles. Why would I agree with everybody? Sometimes not agreeing also makes you likable. So stop living your life for someone else. Start living for yourself. And this will help you in your career with decision-making power. You can take your own decisions and you can impact others with your ideas by not agreeing to everything. But when you do not agree to something, justify. Try to give valid reasons because just not agreeing to things doesn't make sense. So start following these 10 things. If you feel these are important, tell me your priority. What are the top 3 things that you want to quit doing, which is stopping your progress? In the comments, top 3 things which you would like to quit or which you would like to implement. And I'm sure if you have listened to this entire video, there will be many things that you would resonate with because I did all these things as a mid-career professional in my corporate journey. And we are not different. We are not different. So I know what's going on in your life, but I want a commitment from you. What are you going to stop? And also share after 1-2 weeks, what is the impact? Believe me, your journey would be much better. Your life would be much better. And you will be in charge of your life. As I always say, let's be creators of circumstances and not a victim of circumstances. Let's stop reacting to the world. Let's start creating. All the best to you. Keep watching this page for more such videos, and I hope you are enjoying.